Hello, astronauts and cosmonauts alike, and welcome back to another Retro PC Let's Play. Today, we are going to be starting Mission Critical. I did a Let's Try of this not too long ago, but now I'm going to actually do a Let's Play on it. So, let's get into it. This is the opening cinematic. Two ships here. This is basically a space survival game where you basically have to survive on your wits and ingenuity. Looks like a little bit of Wing Commander technology. Like,
what have you got, Tran?
Oh,
surface scanners
Captain
have
Worf
picked
himself.
up a hard echo from a point 80 kilometers north of the Rift Valley in Sector 4.
Is it Pandora?
Jericho thinks so. They started the countdown for the launch of the planetary lander. The crew is on board, and the lander's been prepped for launch.
What the hell is that?
Sensors are picking up a contact coming from the other side of Persephone. It's accelerating at 100 gravities. We have another contact.
UN battle drones. Sound general quarters.
Make that 4 contacts. Probable identification, United Nations Autonomous Strike Craft, Galley class. The drones will be in range of the Lexington in 110 seconds.
Communications. Give me the Jericho CO on audio. Tran, what do we have in the air?
We have 9 drones out front in a standard screen. All are now changing course to intercept.
Hello, Lord Donkey.
We now have multiple contacts.
Doctor Strange? Okay,
10,
I'll be Doctor Strange.
11. No, make that 12 incoming drones.
Welcome to the stream.
We need room.
Starting Mission Critical.
Give me 1 G of acceleration on a vector 130 degrees, mark 30. Power up the railguns and pulse cannons. If any of the drones make it through our screen, begin ECM when they get within 10,000 meters.
Yes, sir. Course 130 by 30 acceleration.
That's
1
nerdy
G.
Tom Paris.
Captain McCain standing by, sir. Steven, what's going on?
Captain, we're under attack by UN battle drones. Abort the lander countdown and secure the ship. Close up within 1,000 meters of the Lexington. We'll cover you with our close-in combat system.
All 9 fleet defense drones are accelerating for an intercept.
Sir, telemetry is coming in from all drones.
There's Mama. Looks like a Geneva-class
There's
heavy
Mama.
cruiser.
First one's on the scene. Like hell.
Like hell.
They've been waiting for us.
Get him, Captain Worf.
The attacking drones have engaged and destroyed my fleet defense units. There are 5 surviving UN drones. All are now decelerating and will be in range within 15,
Captain McCain is
14,
requesting instructions,
13,
sir.
12,
Order stand by.
11,
Hands, hear this.
10,
This is the bridge.
9,
Stand by for combat.
7,
There's nothing we can do.
6, 5, 4,
Nothing.
3,
Nothing.
2, 1.
You know, Kirk didn't believe in no-win scenarios.
We've been hit. Heavy damage and engineering. The Jericho has been hit. Breach on deck 2, 3 o'clock. The backup coolant systems are coming online. Oh my God. We're still losing coolant. This one is going to melt down if we don't seal that system.
So, Doctor Strange, or Doctor Strange, Lord Donkey. Lord Donkey! Have you ever played Mission Critical? Or are you just a retro fan? Or are you just perusing Twitch
UN
and
vessel.
found me?
This is Captain Stephen Dana of the USS Lexington. I am prepared to offer complete and unconditional surrender. I wish to evacuate my crew and that of the science vessel Jericho using intership shuttles. We are to be taken aboard your vessel and treated as prisoners of war under the Geneva Convention. Please, call
Adam.
off the attack.
Adam
This is
who?
Commander
No, I know
Garrick
which
of the
Adam.
UNS Dharma. Your surrender is accepted.
Welcome, Lord
Deactivate
Donkey.
your weapon systems and power down. You have 20 minutes to abandon ship.
Well, I'm
Garrick
glad you're here in
out.
the stream.
Understood. Lexington out. Clear the bridge and prepare to abandon ship.
I don't know if
Tran.
you noticed, it's Captain Worf.
Stay here with me.
Sir, what the hell are you doing? We surrendered? Are you out of your mind? We can't surrender. That's not even an option during a normal TAC-op. I should relieve you of command. But we can still take out the Jericho ourselves with a ship-to-ship missile and then put the Lexington on
Nuke 'em all, no
self-destruct.
diplomacy. No
Those
diplomacy!
UN bastards get their hands on anything or anybody that will
We'll
give
hit 'em
away
with-
this mission.
They won't, Tran.
We'll hit him with the diplomacy
The hell they
bomb.
won't. You're just about handing it to them. I mean, you even want to evacuate the crew. I can't believe this. Why did we even bother fighting back?
If you're finished, Commander, I don't have any intention of turning the Lexington or the Jericho over to Garrick.
Sir?
Garrick. My dear doctor.
There's very little time. You are to take Randall down to the weapons bay and pull a 500 kiloton nuclear warhead off of a ship-to-ship missile. Now use the TAC console to arm the thing. Set the warhead to detonate based on proximity, and cancel out the mass of the Lexington and the intership shuttle. Now stow the damn thing in a compartment on the shuttle. When that's done, go and complete your final log entry and return to the shuttle bay. Do you understand me now, Tran? I'm going to sound the call to abandon ship. The crews of the Lexington and Jericho will use intership shuttles to transfer over to the Dharma.
The bomb will go off when the shuttle is pulled into the Dharma's docking bay.
And vaporize Garrick in that goddamn ship.
Everybody in both crews will be
Garrick.
dead.
All but one. When the Dharma runs a scan of the two shuttles, most everybody has to be accounted for. I think we can get away with one missing body. I intend to leave one person on board the Lexington, unconscious. It will be up to him to complete the mission.
That's me.
We're all dead anyway. At least we're gonna go together, Tran.
I understand, Captain.
Very well. I'll meet you in the shuttle bay in 15 minutes.
Aye, aye, sir.
Now she respects Captain Worf. That's...
Tran has taken care of loading the thermonuclear warhead on the shuttle. I've given the order to abandon ship. The crewman I've selected is unconscious on deck 2. God willing, he'll be able to patch this ship together, transfer the planetary lander from the Jericho, and finish this mission.
Abandon ship. Abandon ship. All hands report to the shuttle bay for evacuation.
Computer. In Captain's log entry. Open AV data store Melissa 4. Record personal message. Audio only. Encryption Delta. To be decoded only on access by Melissa Dana.
Only. Aww.
The war took your mother soon after you were born. Now the war has taken me. I'm truly sorry that you must grow up with holograms as your only real memories of us. You're so beautiful, Melissa.
But it's for the Federation. I mean,
Just like your
Starfleet.
mother. Please, try not to be bitter. One of the reasons that we're gone is so that you'll have a chance to live in the only way we believe is right. Keep us with you always. I love you.
Love you too, Worf.
Computer. End message.
Abandon ship. Abandon ship. All hands report to the shuttle bay for evacuation.
Lexington shuttle to Dharma. We are now leaving the Lexington.
Dharma to Lexington shuttle. We detect one human life sign aboard the Lexington. Explain or be destroyed.
Lexington shuttle here. Your deadline gave us no time to search the ship for casualties. Subject may be unconscious.
Unfortunate. Do not attempt to turn back. Your approach to the Dharma is cleared. Garrick out.
Very 90s suspenseful music. Bomb, 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 bomb. And bye-bye. Goodbye, Captain Worf. You will be forgotten. I mean, you'll never be forgotten. Definitely a product of the 90s. Mission critical! Oh, are we really going through all this? Okay, here we go. You remember the captain coming up behind you as you were heading to the elevator to abandon ship. You felt the sting from a hypo. The captain eases you down to the deck. He wishes you luck, and then the world went dark.
Emergency decompression alert.
You regain
Pressure
consciousness.
is dropping rapidly on deck 2.
You are in the central corridor on deck 2 of the USS Lexington Habitat Module. Oh, I have a note. Let's read it. It is up to you now. Tran has recorded a briefing on the ship's condition and your immediate objectives. The main computer is down, but you can access the briefing through the wardroom ACN. You also may need access to some of the crew staterooms on decks 2 and 3. Because the staterooms are protected by privacy laws, you will need VIS override codes to get inside. You'll find a crew manifest with what I think are important codes in my stateroom. My VIS override code is A3X5. Good luck. Okay, so we have the map, which I forgot about. Look at the volume. So music. There we go. Gonna turn that stuff down a little bit. Doesn't need to be overwhelming. Alright, so we have
computer?
The main computer is down. Voice access to Deck 2 local systems only.
Roger that.
Where is everybody?
You are the only member of the crew currently on Deck 2. Because contact has been lost with the main computer, there is no information about crew status on any other deck.
What the hell is going on? Give me a status report.
Contact with the main computer system was lost at 22:31:22. Autonomic ship functions have been delegated to local nodes. At 22:45:07, internal sensors detected an impact and subsequent decompression in Deck 2, Stateroom 2 Bravo. A warning was issued to all personnel to evacuate Deck 2. At 22:50:10, all of Deck 2 was placed under Damage Control Condition Zebra.
What is Damage Control Condition Zebra?
Condition Zebra is the most serious of the 4 damage containment and control procedures and is implemented only if
Zebras
the
are
survival of
pretty
the ship is in
dangerous.
doubt.
Striped horses.
Condition Zebra applies to all airtight compartments that have been sealed off from the rest of the ship due to hull integrity failure. No hatches, doors, or valves leading to or from the affected compartments may be opened without the authorization of the commanding officer.
What caused the impact?
Unknown. The initial pressure loss was immediate and catastrophic, but was localized to one stateroom. The DCS knowledge base suggests that the damage may have been caused by a laser, particle beam, kinetic kill weapon, high-velocity micrometeorite, or a microfragment from a nearby explosion.
What is the DCS knowledge base?
All decks are equipped with a local expert system known
figure
as the
somebody on
Damage
this crew
Control
would know
System
that.
Knowledge
Like, why is
Base,
he
or
asking?
DCS Knowledge Base.
Why impose Condition Zebra for a loss of pressure in just one stateroom?
The initial pressure loss was contained in Stateroom 2 Bravo. Unfortunately, the door leading to Stateroom 2 Bravo was not designed as an airtight fitting, and cannot withstand the pressure differential between the normal atmospheric pressure in the corridor outside and the vacuum inside the stateroom. Air is currently leaking around the door seals, an indication that the door may give way at any time.
How do I fix the damage?
Emergency hull patch kits can be found in the compartments directly over the general-purpose computer terminals installed in the common areas of each deck.
What will it take to secure from Condition Zebra?
Hull integrity must be restored.
What is the status of life support for this deck?
Atmosphere replenishment for Deck 2 has been terminated in compliance with Condition Zebra procedures.
I need access to the other decks.
Authorization from the commanding officer is required to enter or leave any compartments under Condition Zebra.
What if I'm the last one on the ship? Would that make me commanding officer?
That is correct.
I need access to the other decks.
Authorization from the commanding...
What if I'm the last?
That is correct.
I'm done.
Access terminated by user.
Alright, so we need to open this, grab the kit, open
Emergency decompression alert.
Well,
Pressure
fine, I'll
is
take it
dropping
first.
rapidly on Deck 2.
Use the Riker maneuver. Yes! I will use the Riker maneuver as I step over things. Alright. So, well, just so you guys know, if watching either on YouTube later on or Lord Donkey, I have played this game before. I played about an hour and a half of it during a Let's Play, and then I decided to do a Let's Try, and now I'm deciding to do a whole Let's Play of this. So. So that's supplies. You try bringing the TCS control interface.
All Alliance ships, this is the USS Lexington. Hull ID, Lima Charlie Bravo Hotel 09er. Mayday, Mayday. We are under attack by a UN Geneva-class heavy cruiser.
Damn UN
Our
Geneva-class
defensive screen has
cruisers.
been penetrated. Our mission has been compromised. The ship has sustained serious damage. The electronics in the external communications array were shorted out by an enemy strike while we were moving the dish to acquire new transmission coordinates. Our dish is now locked in a useless position. If you receive this message, please retransmit to the Alliance base on Erebus as soon as possible. Stand by for a coded telemetry burst with mission data under paradox encryption.
Emergency decompression alert. Pressure is dropping rapidly on Deck 2.
Alright, 2 beta, which should be this one.
This stateroom is protected by the...
Okay, so I can't get in there yet. I think this one's my room, if I remember right. Yeah, this one's my room. Personal files. Take those. You know of nothing in the file pack that would be terribly useful at the moment. Another point and click, baby. Alright, so there's nothing in here, I guess. What's in here?
I'm sure you're wondering what's going on. I'll explain.
Yay! Exposition.
You're probably aware that the Lexington was attacked by a UN ship. We were outgunned and on the verge of being destroyed when Captain Dana notified the UN captain of our desire to surrender. Garrick agreed to take the crew of the Lexington and Jericho aboard before destroying both ships. As I record this message, Garrick is waiting for us to transfer over to his ship on the Lexington shuttle. You are the only one left behind. If we're lucky, the UN bastard will ignore one crewman left on board the Lexington.
The UN bastard!
We intend to detonate a thermonuclear device after our shuttle has been taken aboard the UN vessel. This will completely destroy their ship. It will also kill everyone on board both shuttles.
No!
This should leave you free to complete our mission. There is nothing more important than this mission, including the lives of the crew.
Damn.
We died so that you can finish what we started. Our ship was badly hurt during the UN attack. The first thing you must do is deal with the worst of the battle damage. There are problems which directly threaten the near-term survival of the ship. Now, first of all, the primary power reactor is headed for a meltdown because the coolant system has failed. The molten core will eat through the containment vessel of the reactor and set off the fuel for the fusion engines.
Oh, damn it.
The resulting explosion will completely destroy the Lexington and the nearby Jericho. You need to get to engineering and stop the runaway chain reaction.
Got it.
The meltdown is the top priority. When you deal with that problem, then you must get the central computer back in operation. Without that, you cannot complete the mission. Currently, all computer processing has been delegated to the smaller, decentralized computers that exist on each deck of the ship. They do not communicate with each other except on a very primitive level, enough to keep what you might think of as subconscious ship functions going. There is no overall guiding intelligence in these autonomous systems. The ship's central computer is made up of Turing cores and is home to the complex software that gives the ship's computer its smarts.
Gel packs.
The higher functions
Gel
of the
packs.
ship's brain reside in the central
No?
computer cores.
Okay.
These cores are currently inoperative. The primary cores were destroyed, and the secondary cores failed to activate the way they were supposed to. You must get the central computer back online.
Gel packs.
I've recorded one more message. You'll hear from me again when you get the central computer back in
Panic
operation.
chip. Everybody already
I
did.
have key-coded the message so that the higher functions of the main computer will pick it up and display it for
Coolantly.
you as soon as the central cores are once again operational.
Inertial damper's failing.
Good luck. And be careful. Tran out.
Alright, Tran. Hey! As soon as the message ends. Is that in the way? Oh no, it isn't in the way.
Emergency decompression alert.
As soon as the message
Pressure
ends,
is
an
dropping
ACN
rapidly
spits
on
out a
deck 2.
plastic card. Just program the unit to... Yep. Okay. Thanks, Tran.
This stateroom is protected by the privacy laws. You are not the legal occupant assigned to this stateroom. A VIS override code is required to gain access to this space.
How about
Access
that?
granted.
Yeah. How about them apples? Crew manifest. Let's take it. Let's read it. Alright, so Operation Pandora. Second officer, petty officer, first class. Taiwan. Alright, so what I really need is you thumb through the document until you reach 2 pages near the end with the captain's writing. Okay, so these are the rooms that I need. My quarters were right there. Pools was right there. So there's also deck 3, which we will need, I think, later. So we have to get to this room right here, and we have it. So it's B29X. Alright. Was there anything else in here? The drawer's empty.
Emergency decompression alert. Pressure is dropping rapidly on deck 2.
Can I log into the captain's computer?
USS Lexington,
There we go.
Captain's log. I don't have much time. The bridge recorders and comm logs will have full transcripts of the events that led to the current situation. This is a subjective account intended for the captain's log only. I'm afraid any gaps must be filled in later using previous entries. A lot has gone wrong since we first arrived in orbit around Persephone. Godforsaken world at the end of a 68 light-year voyage that has tried my ship and my crew. The details of this mission are known only to myself, my XO Lieutenant Commander Tran, and the captain of the Jericho, the science ship we've escorted from Earth. The three of us have carried this secret, a burden that has gotten heavier during each week of the trip out. We knew that what we might find on Persephone could well help us turn the tide in the war with the United Nations. We knew that it might even change the course of human history. Things haven't worked out that way. And as strange as it seems, I think the crew knew towards the end that this was going to be a one-way trip. A sense of foreboding crept over the ship as Persephone came into visual range. As we got closer, I could see it in their eyes, in their drawn and exhausted faces. I could feel it in myself.
Feel it in my
An
bones.
almost palpable dread that permeated every corner of the ship. It was justified. Nothing could have prepared us for the hell that was waiting on the other side of Persephone.
All right.
Emergency decompression alert. Pressure is dropping rapidly on deck 2.
All right, let's go seal a hole.
This stateroom is protected by the privacy laws. You are not... Access granted.
And okay, as soon as the door opens, you are pulled off your feet and through the door by a blast of air that feels like a hurricane. You are slammed into the bulkhead on the far side of the stateroom and lose consciousness for a brief instant. When you come to, all hell seems to have broken loose. Alright, so the probably should look at the instructions. Spray gel foam on mirror or beam weapon puncture. Be suspended in the air. Okay. So we spray this. The container produces a fluffy cloud of foam in the air for a brief moment before being sucked towards the puncture as the foam is pulled through the hole and sticks to the surrounding metal. Soon the shriek of escaping air becomes a whimper and stops completely. Okay. So, got that? Alright, so this goes there, this goes there. Yay! We patched the hole. You put the patch on the puncture and pushed it firmly into place. The molecular glue creates an atomic bond between the patch and the hull metal, making the resulting seal nearly perfect. It looks perfect, right? That looks perfect. You discard the gel foam container and the patch kit instructions. Congratulations, the puncture has been plugged. Book. Take.
The pressure on deck 2 has stabilized.
What?
Deck 2 has
The
been
label on the
secured from
holodisc
damage control
screens.
condition zebra.
Swedish nudes in null G. What? Nice. This book is filled with quality computer enhancement holograms by Star Hot Plasma inside various thrust chambers and contamination fields. Interesting. Maybe art? Not really. Dude, this guy's got a porn fetish. I mean, who doesn't? But color hologram. Repair. Whoo-wee. A little bit. All right. Well. TXII or TX11, one of the
This
two.
state
TX11.
access granted.
So now we play the searching game, like what we can find. Book. Okay, so that's not useful. Molecule. Too awkward to carry around. Look in the desk drawer, nothing interesting.
Computer?
The main computer is down.
Any change in status?
The pressure on Deck 2 has stabilized. Deck 2 has been secured from damage control condition Zebra.
I'm done.
Access.
Computer?
The main
Any change in...
No change.
I'm done.
Access.
Alright. Quartz? What? Alright, so I guess that's it. Do we get anything from in here? I mean, fancy gold lettering next to the personal computer. Science of Navy warship is like a whore. Oh. Wow. Well, I don't know if that's offensive or not. But yeah. Okay. Well, let's get that off the screen. All right. Well, let's go this way. Let's see what else we can find besides offensive 90s things. I mean, I guess I don't know if it's offensive. All right. Doll. DCZZ.
This stateroom. Access.
Okay. Oh. Look in the eyepiece, you can see two little green crosshairs. So it's a retinal scanner. Interest inside the desk drawer. Doors appear to be locked.
Computer?
The main
Okay,
I'm
nothing
done.
there.
Access.
Wow, so nothing there. Okay. Alright, so that one's mine. This one is someone else's.
This stateroom.
Okay, and I can't get in there yet. I know I go in there eventually, but I can't remember. Is there anything in here? Just a lot of spare parts, which I'll need later, I believe. Alright, let's go. So now we can leave. We can leave deck 2. We should have to go to deck 3.
A yellow key card is required to gain access granted.
Deck 3.
Deck 3.
Computer?
The main
Is there anything I should know about?
contact with the main computer system was lost at 22:31:22. Local systems took over monitoring and control of autonomic functions at 22:31:23.
I'm done.
Access terminated.
What's in here? You press a random button and the machine spits out a meal that you can only describe as something on a shingle. You wolf the thing down in one bite, and before you regret it. The last thing your stomach needs right now is one of the culinary horrors of what you've come to expect from the ACD. Okay. Thanks. VR system. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Very
Welcome
pleasant.
to the USS Lexington orientation. The United States Congress authorized the development of a new class of warships in 2109
Warship.
as
Oh.
new Cold War tensions between alliance states and the United Nations escalated. These ships were designated as light cruisers Bunker Hill class and were designed to be fast, lightly armored, and heavily armed. The USS Lexington is one of 9 Bunker Hill light cruisers built between 2111 and 2127. During the first half of 2133, the Lexington was the first Bunker Hill class ship to undergo an extensive modernization at the McHenry yards around Starhome. She was equipped with brand new weapon systems, an improved interplanetary drive, a new computer system, and an upgraded communication system.
Nice.
The Lexington is equipped with 3 propulsion systems. The first propulsion system is the Orbital Maneuvering System, or OMS. The OMS consists of several chemical reaction thrusters for use when in orbit or when maneuvering in close proximity to other ships. The second propulsion system is the interplanetary drive, used for travel inside a star system. 4 deuterium-tritium fusion pulse drive engines are fed by a linear accelerator that runs down the spine of the ship from fuel tanks mounted near the bow. A continuous stream of microscopic frozen deuterium-tritium fuel pellets is accelerated into the 4 thrust chambers with magnetic containment at the stern of the ship. High-energy lasers bombard the fuel pellets and create a fusion reaction by implosion. Thrust is channeled backwards. A fraction of the resulting energy is fed back into large capacitors which are used to fire the
they're
lasers for the next
really
explosion.
explaining this.
The interplanetary drive can produce and maintain a constant acceleration of up to 6 gravities for extended periods. Large radiator fins on the outside of the ship help to regulate temperature. The third propulsion system is the Talsetto faster-than-light jump drive, located on the boom forward of the bow. The jump drive allows instantaneous travel along threads of space-time deformation that exist between the Talsetto jump points found in many star systems. A conventional liquid-cooled nuclear reactor mounted forward of the engineering compartments of the ship is used to charge the capacitors for the ignition of the fusion engines and provide power for the linear accelerator.
Yeah, there will
life
definitely be a
support,
quiz at
and
the
all
end.
of the ship's electrical
Oh,
systems.
God. This is very detailed.
The Lexington's principal weapons system is a complement of 18 Lockheed Martin RC-09
Martin.
Basilisk multi-mission autonomous strike
So they're
craft,
still around in the
also
21st,
known as battle
22nd
drones.
century.
Up to 9 of the 18 drones can be active at one time. The drones are deployed using rotary launchers mounted in 3 weapons bays. These bays are arrayed in an equilateral triangle around the core of the ship. Each drone is capable of carrying several types of ordnance mounted on standard hardpoints on the dorsal and ventral surfaces. Drone weapons include anti-ship missiles, torpedoes, particle beam guns, railgun cannons, and lasers. A Basilisk drone with a full combat ordnance load is capable of accelerating at 100 gravities. The Lexington is also armed with a Close-In Combat System, or CICS, that serves as a weapon system of last resort if any enemy drones or long-range weapons penetrate a defensive screen of Basilisk drones. The CICS consists of 8 missile launchers, 2 railgun turrets, and several chaff ejectors mounted at various points on the Lexington's outer hull.
Ejectors.
The Lexington's standard crew complement is 20. Her maximum complement is 25. The crew is housed in the habitat module of the Lexington, a large rectangular structure mounted well forward of the reactor and fusion engines. The habitat module includes the bridge, crew quarters, communication center, medical and science labs, mess hall, computer center, and storage areas. With a combination of speed, range, and firepower, the USS Lexington is able to project Alliance military strength out to the farthest star systems.
Sounds like a
She has proven
sales
herself in
plug.
combat and has a distinguished service record built over a period of years. Yet she also has some of the newest and best technology available. Veteran officers and enlisted personnel vie for the privilege of serving on the Lexington and contributing to the continuing story of one of the most capable ships in the Alliance fleet.
Wow. Heh. Why we fight, do we dare? Yes, let's find out why we fight.
We are all familiar with the short version of the events that led to this terrible war.
Of course we are.
During the second half of the 21st century, the leaders of the world government got a glimpse of the shape of things to come. They were afraid of what they saw. Their reaction was to deny the inevitable, slamming the brakes on all technological progress. In 2082, a group of states led by the United States, Canada, Australia, and Japan decided that the cure was worse than the disease. The UN power structure reacted violently to the repeal attempt. States participating in the repeal campaign were targeted for brutal suppression by UN enforcement.
So the UN is the bad
Signatories
guy.
to the Singapore Treaty formed the Alliance of Free States and announced their secession from the United Nations.
Ooh.
They were joined by every major planetary colony settlement and orbital habitat. In 2085, large-scale armed conflict returned to Earth for the first time in over 100 years. The UN immediately invaded the territory of the seceding nations on Earth. UN hover tanks, troops, and ground support aircraft clashed with new Alliance military
not
units made up
exactly
of men and women
accurate
from Alliance
history.
states who defected from UN control. The war ground to a halt after less than 2 months, as both sides ran out of soldiers, weapons, and materiel. The Alliance states managed to hang on to their home territories. An uneasy truce was negotiated between the UN and the Alliance, and the world entered an uneasy period known as the New Cold War.
Oh, the new Cold War.
In 2111, the UN attacked again, and war returned on an interplanetary scale. Population centers on Earth and the colonies were bombarded from space by particle beam weapons. Armies fought tank battles supported by buzzing swarms of aircraft. Starships battled each other over asteroid mines, orbital habitats, and planetary installations. The furious pace of the war once again chewed up the stocks of men and materiel in a matter of months.
I love how he says material. Material. So, ooh, damn. Like, where is that city?
This time, there was no truce. In spite of economic exhaustion, the two sides continued to fight a war of attrition, a war that has since lasted more than 20 years and shows no signs of ending. The war has continued despite the price paid by both sides because all of the combatants are convinced that they are on the right side. The UN firmly believes that unchecked technological development will kill off the human race. The Alliance states are just as firm in their convictions that death is better than life without freedom and without forward progress.
Okay, so we got our exposition. Time to move on. All right, well, that was great. Very educational. Okay. So let's look at the crew manifest for. Okay, so this one, Mandan, Mulrani, Quan, Mura, Falcon. Let's go down to Falcon. Falcon sounds fun.
This state. Access denied.
What?
This state. Access granted.
Yeah. Okay, I picked the wrong one on accident. Alright, so what do we got here? Most of the staff officers. So I think we need to kind of explore until. Ooh. what's in here? You find a small note taped inside the desk drawer. You peel off the note from the bottom of the drawer and take with you. Falcon's note. Let's read it. If you need to get into my stateroom to get any of your things, I'm not around, feel free to override. Don't let anyone see you going in. The rules on fraternization may be loosely enforced, but getting caught won't help your promotion prospects. See ya soon. Fraternizing on the crew. Alright. Jasmine. Margins. TCS hard-coded for Jasmine. No other COM code authorized for M161. Top of the page. Jasmine. I feel like that's going to be something.
Computer?
The main
Has anything changed?
No change in status.
I'm done.
Access.
Alright, so Falcon's room is upstairs. Let's see if we can get it. Let's get into some of these other rooms. I think there's items we need to pick up. F111 is Moran, so that's this one.
This state. Access.
The necklace. Take. Yeah, we're going to put that bad boy on. Source code. Oh. You recognize a few words from the characters on the characters based on programming language C squared. The program is supposed to be sub-turning processor. Okay. Whatever you say, kumquat. Nothing in there.
Welcome to Hideki's House of Hacking Fun.
What? Okay, can I not use, it says program the computer terminal with what? Okay, well, guess we're not doing this right now. Okay, let's go in here. Oh no, wait, that's Juan JU88.
This state. Access.
Sphere. Okay. A vase. I don't understand what the program option is for. Okay. Nothing of interest. Okay, well. Oh, let's head back to the second floor and get to Falcon's quarters.
Deck 2.
Alright, we are back on deck 2. No, we're going this way.
This stateroom. Access granted.
Computer?
The main computer.
I'm done.
Access.
Oh, well, I can take that. Scale model of the USS Orlando. Stateroom. Okay, so is there any other rooms I want to get into? So, oh, we already got in Falcon's room. We already got in Pool's room. Let's go down to deck 4. See what's down there.
Deck 4.
Can't remember. Is this also? Oh, this is also. Okay, so this deck is basically worthless to me right now. Because these are all crew quarters. Alright, so let's go. Deck 5.
Deck 5.
Oh. There's a massive twisted wreckage obstructing the corridor in front of you. Well, shit.
Computer?
The main computer.
I need to get into the computer room in order to fix the computer.
That is not a command or query.
Status report.
Contact with the main computer system was lost at 22:31:22, the same time that the local DCS sensors detected a high-intensity energy discharge in the area around the main computer data cores. The DCS knowledge base suggests that an enemy energy pulse penetrated the hull and dissipated upon hitting the data core shielding.
Penetrated.
Enough energy was transferred to the core systems to render them inoperative. The backup systems did not trip as specified. Local systems took over monitoring and control of autonomic functions at 22:31:23.
Has anything changed?
No change in status.
I'm done.
Access terminated.
Alright, what's down here? Looks like med bay, right? Yep. Ah, no. Clear 2 bunks, slide off. Ooh, taped note. Note begins dripping as you pull it away from the console. Perhaps it would be better to have the note intact. So we'll just read it. Captain Dana wanted the autodock reprogrammed with what he called a panic button. I fixed it so that if you key in the code 911 on the autodock remote control, the treatment unit will automatically stun anybody or anything within 3 meters of the autodock. This is mission. ET specimen. What gives? Huh. Okay. Actually, yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here. Science lab. Scientific equipment. Ooh, ooh. Scanner, take. Geiger counter, take. Gaga. Gaga kinda. In computer room. So, not much else down here. Gravometer. You don't know the first thing about a gravometer. Yeah, well, me neither. Okay. Let's go to floor number 6. Just gotta make our way through the ship.
Deck 6.
Yay. What is deck 6?
Computer?
The main computer.
Is there anything I should know about?
Contact with the main computer system was lost at 22.
I'm done.
Access.
Okay, so what's in here? Ooh. Multi-tool. Cool. So just spares. Where to start? You're the one who manages this area. Computer's help. You could search for hours and not find what you are looking for. Okay. So we have no other use in here. Oh yes, the shuttle bay. So control room. So ah. The cargo bay door. Alright, so I remember this next part that I'm going to be doing. Actually, am I doing that next? No, let's do weapons bay next. After that, though, the radiator spaces or whatever it's called. I remember
Weapons
this.
bays.
It's a pain in the ass. Ooh, weapons bays. I think really all this is the drone area, right?
Computer?
The main computer is down. Voice access to weapons level systems only.
Is there anything I should know about?
Contact with the main computer system was lost at 22:31:22. Local systems took over monitoring and control of autonomic functions at 22:31:23.
I'm done.
Access.
I think these are just the, yeah, these are the, what's it called? So, yeah, there we have drones. Drone Alpha, Echo. So. Okay. But I don't think I can do anything right here, right now. Right here, right now. I know where I gotta go now, and it's this next part is a pain in the ass. This last place is where I died in my last
Reactor spaces.